So, today the culture wars begin anew in our state's capital. The most recent jobs report showed an increase in joblessness in Michigan. The unemployment rate was 10.2% in April. Now it's 11.2%, the third highest rate in the nation. And 9 months ago, our legislative leaders told us that job one was jobs. Yet, here we are today passing bills to ban a procedure that's already been banned. This, in fact, is needless legislating. Whenever the discussion enters the realm of such divisive social issues, we tend to hear a lot about morals from our politicians. And that's fine, because we all have our faith. I have mine as well. I can't help but wonder if this, however, is the majority's way of getting rid of some of their outstanding guilt of legislating so far this year in which we've shut out the poor, pushed down the disadvantaged, and attacked working men and women, all in the name of broadening our expansive corporate welfare system. While Michiganders continue to struggle, while folks who want to work can't find a job, while those out of a job for many months are having their last lifeline snatched away, Lansing is advancing bills that have two main flaws. Number one, they are unneeded. The federal government already prohibits these procedures. And two, they do nothing to create jobs that Michigan's citizens so desperately need. Submissions have been coming into our Michigan Neighbors website located at www.mineighbors.com about the new restrictions on the Family Independence Agency's program going into effect on October 1st. A gentleman from the Lower East Side of the city of Detroit wrote, "What the Republicans did is wrong. Sometimes the simplest statement contains the most truth." A lady from the Northeast Side of Detroit related a story about her experiences on state assistance. "I needed it to supplement my disability income," she wrote. "I am now working again, and thank God for the help in between. I used to complain about the $200 for the four of us, but believe me, I balanced, budgeted, and cut coupons. Not sure what people will do with nothing." I'm not sure either. You see, these are not folks sitting around watching TV, just waiting for the next check to come from Lansing. This unfortunate stereotype is further perpetuated by the new requirement of DHS workers to document the assets of people seeking food stamps. And again, the tinges of institutional and constructive racism behind this policy are illustrated perfectly in the comments by the Director of Policy and Compliance at the state DHS when he said, "If you're driving an Escalade, maybe it's time to find a car that better fits your current economic situation. Of course it's an Escalade. What else could someone living off the government afford? How about a tractor? Because farmland and farming equipment will be exempt from this asset test. I remember when bigoted government policies were at least glossed over and sugarcoated. Now it's just blatant. Any savings an individual may have over $5,000 will now disqualify them from food assistance. This doesn't do anything to improve people's economic situation. We are essentially mandating that people spend their money rather than save it. I thought this was about fiscal responsibility. Value limits on vehicles owned by food stamp recipients will discourage families from owning more than one car, thereby making traveling to work and school even harder. In reality, these are not the welfare queens that President Reagan so graciously introduced to the American people in his 1976 campaign. These are, in fact, heads of households with families to feed and care for. These are good men and women whose jobs have been eliminated due to our own politicians' policies over the years. And now the same politicians are denying them assistance because they chose to hand over billions to their corporate benefactors rather than provide a meager lifeline when times are tough for ordinary citizens. Socialism and welfare for the rich, strict libertarian austerity for the poor. Now that's class warfare. Thank you, Madam President. I wish that my remarks be printed in today's journal.